Nice. Well, today's a big day. We saw something truly amazing happen. To kind of recap, a couple months ago. What was the date for GPK1? What day did you launch that?
Gosh, I don't remember anymore. I want to say sometime end of March. Remember, maybe it was.
I think it was May.
Yeah, well, blur.
It seemed like it was after Virtual Blockchain Week.
Yes, it was. That's true.
After Virtual Blockchain Week ended on May 2nd. I think it was like
May 19th. I just looked it up.
Somebody with a wax logo just typed May 12th in chat. So
12th. Yeah, sorry. I'm wrong.
So really just 2 months and a couple days ago, you guys launched the Garbage Pail Kids Series 1 packs. You had 10,000 regular packs and 2,000 mega packs, 110,000 cards. You sold out in 28 hours.
Yep.
What happened today?
Today was $204,800 worth. I believe it was 7,000 mega packs and 13,000 standard packs sold out in under an hour. I think it was 24 minutes or something to sell out the 7,000 mega packs. So yeah, the demand was far exceeded expectations. That clearly came up in the kind of after effect of all this where, some people were unhappy that they weren't able to get cards. But truthfully, a lot of that's based on, we didn't have any price or gating kind of concept, which we've spoken about on this show. So, I'm certainly open to acknowledging that. Something I've always wanted to do is limit orders. And I think going forward, we're just going to have to, right? There's a lot of learnings from this, no questions asked. I think, the only kind of major point with that is some of the discussions of like nefarious or like, some sort of closed app for people. Like that's just ridiculous and didn't happen. It's truly a backlog queue issue, that things are getting processed in inside and outside of order. Demand that just spiked and all getting processed supposedly serially. But there's third parties in between, and ultimately, some people didn't get their cards even though they thought they were going to, based on the kind of how that all shook out.
Yeah, that was one of the things. I am interested in the queue because here's what happened to me. Like, Joel messaged me and goes, "Have you seen what's going on over here?" And I was like, originally I'm like, okay, the Tiger King, I saw the packs. I'm not as excited about those as I am Series 2, but I'll get some after noon. I'm not gonna worry about the password and all that and trying to get in there. So I bought cards at 12:08 and 45 seconds, and I bought $250 worth. I got 50 packs, and those ended up getting refunded. And then the other one that I ordered after that got refunded too. So I got no packs. 10 minutes left. 10 minutes into the official time slot of the sale. So that pre-sale, what was the idea on doing the pre-sale with the password? How did that pop up? And then inevitably, what was the result of that? Because I know that I heard some disgruntledness about that because they thought they were going to buy some packs. They didn't even hear about the password thing.
Yeah. So, that in and of itself, is problematic, right? I think what the intention of that doing that was to reward the people who are actively in the GPK community channel, right? People who are trading these things day in, day out and giving them kind of a pseudo-exclusive kind of run at getting the first dibs on this series.
But since there was no limits, the first dib became
all the dib. Well, were there any limits at all on how many packs you could put in?
No, there's like Stripe limitations, right? Like Stripe itself will have limitations based on, whatever your credit situation is, your card, your company, all of those sorts of things. So there are like inherent limits built in, and like our Stripe settings were high. So like people from certain countries or anything that was even remotely considered potentially fraudulent, I'm sure was immediately pulled out of queue, right? That again is not like, it's not even their fault. We probably ratcheted that up pretty high, maybe too high. I think, what's probably a wiser decision in retrospect is doing maybe, we've talked about this on the show, right? Like either limiting the orders, right? Just flat out per card or per count, limiting the orders you can put in on day one, some sort of time sequence thing where like we could do 15-minute intervals and unlocking more. So I think that's all stuff that, is certainly a good learnings from today, right? The demand was crazy and I think there was a level of underestimating that. And so, I mean, it's something where we're certainly learning. You know, we didn't know what the feedback was going to be on this whole Tiger King situation. You know, some of the initial feedback was, you know, and you guys were a part of this as well, is like, oh, well, there's too many cards, nobody's going to buy it, yada, yada, yada. So we just didn't know how to gate it. And, you know, matching supply and demand perfectly so that everybody's happy, right, is fundamentally impossible. So agree that there's totally improvements can be made. On the other hand, there's just no way to make everybody happy. That's part of the nature of this business and in any business for that matter.
Mr. Travis Wright was definitely not happy. I
know.
right when you dropped the password at 9:30 in the GPK group, I'm really fortunate. I'm on a smoking hot PC with a 1 gig of bandwidth. Like I was like, boom, boom, boom. And I got in to get some megas before the system blew up. And so,
Right.
But even then the delivery of them was a little slow in opening them. I noticed you have a new, so the packs open and then they go shooting out. And then on top, one at a time, you see them. But for the very first couple packs I opened, there was more like a carousel. The card was big and you'd click it and then it'd go to the next one and then the next one. I really like that.
Yeah, so that was the initial plan. I think what there is there's fail safes built in terms of like performance on that. What really, I mean, we already did, you know, a retrospective today and there's multiple going on this week to figure out kind of like, how do we avoid this obviously going forward to make sure it's the most seamless thing we can possibly provide. And I think, you know, one of the key things is at least this is a solvable problem, right? Like this isn't a chain thing. I think that's one thing that, you know, I've seen. It's like, this isn't like Wax as a blockchain couldn't produce. I mean, we could do 20, 30x the transaction volume we were doing at the absolute peak, right? It's really the kind of external stuff where you have credit card processing and payments and queuing. And that stuff, again, is more solvable than I ever, like, you know, I'm not an expert on it, but, you know, through the conversations today, I know that there are ways to do way more in parallel. You give up a little bit of like who got there first, but you can do a lot more, much more efficiently, mint packs and the likes, right? So that stuff's definitely going to be considered. I think there's multiple learnings from this, right? Purchase caps. I think, you know, there's a lot to be said about how to make sure that payment processing queues and other things are effectively, you know, handled. And so I know that's being looked at and certainly will be implemented, you know, when we do the next drop, whatever that may be.
So is there a disconnect then between the third party payment processor and then the blockchain minting the cards? Or because whenever I bought it, it said like 7,000 or 8,000 packs remaining. So do you think it might have been that issue? Or I used my crypto.com debit card that, you know, came from Hong Kong or whatever. So do you think that might have
been the problem?
They might have kicked that out of the thing because I used that card.
Yeah, and I mean, I don't know anything about the crypto.com debit card or anything about it, so I don't want to like speak to that. But I know, for instance, right, like Stripe, if you've got the security and fraud regulations really cranked up on it, which you have to with digital assets, right? I mean, just in general, that is certainly, you know, something that needs to be considered. You can turn around and flip these things, right? It's a big fraud attack vector, we'll call it. And I don't know if they just automatically flag things like weird cards. I don't know exactly the inner workings of it. It's not me, but at the end of the day, there's totally a disconnect, right? There's
I've never had any problems with it before because it charged me. I was charged for both of them. Yeah. And then I got refunded. So maybe that was the case.
Basically, there's multiple levels to it. And like, I you know, Anders put together a really nice, thoughtful video. He talks to our engineering team. There's a good video circulating in the ecosystem that explains kind of the technical breakdown there of what has to happen. But ultimately, yeah, I mean, it's making sure that we have that all efficiently scaled up, right, to do this type of volume. I mean, having thousands and thousands of transactions piled up in a queue instantly was probably far exceeding our expectations. But regardless, I mean, the nice thing is it's fixable. Going forward. And so, yeah, I mean, I realize that some people were upset about that and it's not lost on me.
Yeah. What about this? As I know a lot of people are going still, like, here we are. It's the second time that Topps has done this. Why was Wax is not available as a payment option yet? Because that's one of the things that we're going to do with Blockchain Heroes is we're going to do something with collectibles.io and maybe the hero.market. And we're going to have a pre-sale. So instead of doing a password thing, we're rewarding the people who are actually using Wax as part of the ecosystem and allowing them to go in and buy early with wax. When is wax going to be utilized as a transaction mechanism on some of these digital collectibles?
Yeah, so it's definitely going to be used on a lot of these things going forward. I mean, what you guys got to understand, what I think that the general community has to understand, is that insert big brand company name here, right? It's already a big leap of faith to go do something like this to begin with, right? Just from a product perspective. Let's not even go into legal and accounting, but just from a product perspective. And then you take it a step back, right? Okay, so now we've got legal approval, which is no small feat again. And then you add in the accounting concept of like, okay, now I have to deal with a volatile asset. So what would, it's like, if you're them and you want projected revenues, you need to understand things in dollars and cents. Our price in general in cryptos move up and down all throughout a given day. And would you really want a world in which we're just dumping $200,000 of wax and selling it for USD right away either? I mean, you see there's multiple facets, but I think primarily the issue is really around, and there's ways around, dumping, right? I mean, you could progressively sell over a 30-day period or something like that and give them their cash back, or they could just hold wax. And I think that more people are open to the latter than you'd think. But the option to have that is something we push for all the time. It's just something to like get started with that. It's just a whole nother level of like issues, right? And so now like that they're socializing the concept and crypto and all these things, that's becoming a more prevalent option, and certainly something that's on the negotiation table now.
Right. It would seem that more that they would see that what's happened now with the big queues and the generating of the cards and some customers not getting access to it, that creates a negative customer experience. And just if you just had that option to have fiat and wax, then we could have tried with the wax as well. And either one, at least the people who are trying to get their cards get their cards. And so everybody's happy. So I get what's going on there. But I think that if some of these brands are seeing more success happening here, they're going to be more than willing to take that wax.
I think people always look at things, generally like, and this is not a knock on like a general consumer, but like you have to peel back so many layers of the onion, right? Like to get all these things approved is not like a small feat. There's all sorts of moving pieces on that. Like in a perfect world, if I just got to design these products, choose the odds, do all these things, like that would be a different system. But you have to find, you got to find something that works for everybody. And, for them, and for most people, dollars makes sense, right? And like using somebody like Stripe or using another reputable payment provider, like that makes sense. And so, look, it's not lost on us that there needs to be changes made, and they're absolutely prioritized and will be made. So I think, that's the only thing I can tell you is that it's great to see the demand. I'm sorry that certain people didn't get what they wanted. And it's not like it's exclusive. Like, look, it happened to you. It happened to our CFO. We're on a call. He's like, hey, I can't buy him yet. And he was stuck in the queue as well. So,
look, it's a brave new world. You guys are pioneering this technology. Nobody's done this like this before to even this scale. And this is small scale compared to what's coming one day. So I think, to have expectations that this stuff is going to work. Heck, there's companies, big companies that have millions and billions of users, and they've had years to, Amazon occasionally will have something go down. Facebook will break. Instagram will break. It's new tech. So I think, we're pretty forgiving about it. One of the things that, people are complaining about is something that nobody saw coming. And that is when you guys created the smart contract for GPK1, the cards are minted as packs are opened. And the community decided after the fact that mints are important. Like in the real world, the lower the mint, the more valuable it is. And so people go in, they grab the low mints, and that automatically means later cards won't have value from being mint. I've got number 1700 of 1701. It's like nobody wants it for that. So I actually reached out to your developer today and I asked, is it possible for Blockchain Heroes, which launches on August 1st for wax buyers, to pre-mint all the cards and mix them up in the packs so that you don't know what you're going to get when you're going to get it. And up until that last pack, you might still be able to get a low mint. He said, roadmap for the future, no way for 2 weeks. So that's not going to happen. But how surprised are you by how seriously the community has taken the mint numbers?
Yeah, well, I mean, I know for a fact the pre-minting concept is definitely something that's going to be worked on and done. I mean, there's reasons that it's great. There's reasons why, like, there's many ways to like think about it, but anyways, for the sake of this conversation, it's certainly something that's going to be worked on. You know, for depending on the IP holder and their preference, like, you know, in your guys' case, you want to do it. So it's probably an easy person to go live with on that. Of course, we'll test that. But to get back to the minting stuff, yeah, I'm going to be honest with you. I had literally no idea that would ever be a factor when the first series launched. Now that could just be like my naivety, and, you know, that's one thing. But I didn't actually think about that at the time of launch. I don't think, you know, most people were. I think it's a cool concept, right? I mean, I think it's another level of like interesting rarity and kind of complexity to the collecting system, and certainly for like set making, right? I mean, if you get like all one set, I mean, I don't know if anyone's actually done that, but in any respect, I think the whole mint thing's cool. I didn't know that it was coming. You know, it didn't strike me as obvious, and so I think it's a good find. And
it's kind of one of the things like with trading cards. Like if I have a gem mint, you know, card that I get graded, it's like the corners are perfect and it's perfectly centered. The colors are perfect. It's a perfect gem mint 10. You don't have that on digital cards because they all look the same. Right. So people are going to look for those differentiators, and those mints did end up, you know, that was one thing that I remember we had this conversation before, and we were asking, you know, the method that you guys chose is you said, well, hey, you don't want all the good cards to pop out, and then the rest of the packs, you know, don't have those good cards because the CEs have already popped out or whatever. And so and you're trying to make sure they were being generated as they go.
We're just trying to make every pack created equal, right? Like it's based on percentages, not like total. You know, in percentages with a very small standard deviation, right? I mean, you run the math multiple times, but yeah, the concept was to have every pack be equal, right? So if you're the last guy to open a pack versus the first guy to open a pack, now minting aside, right? So like, again, totally you bring up a valid point, but that was the concept, just to like make sure we frame it in
sure. That and now with those mints, you get the first pack, then boom, you get #1 mint on all of those. You just got a golden brick.
Yeah, no, I mean, it's great. It's cool. And I like the fact that it force is probably the wrong word, but encourages pack opening initially, right? Like if people are just turning and burning packs, like that's less interesting to me. Like I want, like, it's nice that people having some sort of incentive to actually open packs and trade individual cards and do things like that. So I think there is something cool there.
Well, I think the initial idea too, Evan, was that you guys didn't know with the first set of cards if they were going to sell out, and Topps didn't want all of the good cards to have been revealed, and people go, well, there's no point in buying the rest of the packs.
Correct.
And we've overcome that. Unfortunately, we're not going to be able to implement the mixing up the mints, but we've announced that we've got an extra sticker that you've got a chance to get in every pack.
Very cool.
And so there's a reason to open every pack regardless of mints. Hey, Travis, you should say thank you to Michael Pear, because he said that he sent you a pack. Mike, I think one of Travis's buddies also sent him some cards, so you didn't get faked out. That is his address, but you might want to say thank you.
Oh, nice. Thank you, Michael Pear. What a good
Travis, do you want to pop open some of yours first?
Yeah, and I did. Actually, I went into the market because I noticed that there was packs mega packs going for around 1,000 wax, and so I ended up buying some too after the fact. Yeah, should we share the screen?
You should probably go and share a screen, and while he's doing that, Travis is going to open some packs. I'm going to open up a regular pack and a mega pack. Evan, you going to open some of your packs?
Sure, let's do it.
Evan's going to open some packs, and then Evan has 2 mega packs to give away. So you need to be in the YouTube. If you're watching on Facebook or Periscope or DLive or Theta or anywhere else, we're going to give them away to the community that's joining us on YouTube. All right, so Travis is going to open up first. Again, if you're watching
music going on for some reason, turn it off. There we go.
The Bad Crypto YouTube.
All right, let's open up a mega pack. How's that sound?
Here we go. Well, you're going big, starting with the mega.
All right, here we go.
And it opens and it says, "That bitch Carol Baskin."
All right.
There's a prism.
Roasted Rick. Oh, there we go. That's a good one.
Yeah.
Always good when you get a little bit of color in there.
Another prism.
Another prism. Another roasted Rick
out here.
Another prism. Cool Cat Carol. Another prism. Lenient Lauren. Another prism.
So you got one tiger, not claw, the border. What are you calling it?
Tiger border.
Yeah, let's go click through them and let's find that one. because that looks pretty cool. I think you
Savage
just
safe.
clicking them. Yeah.
There we go. It says go to inventory over it. So a couple Joe Chaotics.
So chaotic. So, Topps had to deal with, there's not enough content for this, right? And they had to make up like the Nicolas Cage ones.
Isn't Nicolas Cage supposed to be starring in like some Tiger King film as Joe Exotic?
Oh, is that where it is? That's the time.
Or at
Okay.
least that was the rumor I was seeing around when it
Okay.
was going. I mean, again, I didn't come up with the creative on that. I'm just trying to put some color behind where I think it came from.
Boom, there we go. Alan
Albert
Assassin.
Did you guys watch the series?
Yeah. It was very entertaining. Very entertaining. So
I got like
here's a
7 or
question.
8. I got 7 or 8 of those.
Hey, Travis, click one of the cards and flip it to the back. What's up with this? This is what I want to know. Why did they not come up with some flavor text for the back of these?
That is not a question for me. I know that it's not one of the original series ones. They don't have there's not like the preconceived notion of the content on there. I mean, you totally could have, right? I mean, there's things you could do with that. I will say, I mean, I don't have answers on content, right? Like it's not my IP. But at the same time, I think there's twofold there. I won't go into one of them. It's probably pretty obvious to you guys, but you probably don't want to write a ton about this,
Right.
for some obvious reasons. But, at the end of the day, that's not a decision that, I made personally.
Go ahead and pop another, Trav.
Let us pop another.
Pop it like it's hot.
Or I'm gonna pop one of these 5 ones here.
All right. Here we go. See if you get anything good. I don't
Like
think
it's hot?
I'm looking at GPK rarity, and for the collector's cards, there's been 1 Schmo Exotic, 2 Kindled Kirkham, 2 Gangsta Garrettson, 3 Roasted Rick, 3 Joe Chaotics. That's it. So far there's been 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 collectors have released.
Yeah, it's not very many.
I'm guessing you didn't get
Out
one.
of how many total?
It's a percentage again, but I don't know. If you click on shop, the percentage will be right there.
Hey, there's a good question there. Evan, do you know how many unique buyers there were today?
Let me pull the number for you. You guys
Get
keep
the
opening
number.
them. I'll grab the exact
And
number.
while you're doing that, EOS Watchdog asks, can you alter an NFT after it's sold to enhance it maybe? Can you add features to an existing NFT?
In theory, like on EOS.io and on Wax? Like, is that a
Yeah.
question? Or, yeah, I mean, you definitely can, right? I mean, the reason that, I think the chain link stuff's interesting outside of the basic DeFi concept is that, like, look, you could do really cool stuff with live sports scores. You could do all sorts of different things with, I mean, you kind of name it, right? I mean, even gameplay, right?
Oh, boom. I just got a Tiger border in a 5-card pack.
Nice.
Look
Look at that right there. Joe Chaotic.
What's
with
the
the Tiger border?
Oh, that's a good one,
Hey.
too.
That
So
is a good one out of a 5-card pack. That is awesome.
That's a 10% chance at that card from a basic pack. So, and what a lot of people don't know, we talked about this with you on the interview we did for Bad Crypto, is that a lot of people don't understand the odds, right? They see 10% chance to get this card in this pack, and what they don't understand is that that is pegged to a specific card. There's a card slot, right? So you have 5 cards in a standard pack, and I can't see because it says sold out over it, but there's a certain percentage to get a B name Prism card. That applies to card number 2 only. Then there's a 40% chance at an A name Prism card. That only applies to card 3. 10% chance at a Tiger Stripe card, which only applies to the card that Travis revealed there, that 4th card, and then a 1% chance at a Collector's or a Tiger Claw card. So instead of having a 1 in 10 chance, it's really a 1 in 50.
No, I don't think that is correct.
That's what your dev told me.
So
that card is
I got somebody
basically
who's
a
watching
slot.
right now pinging me live. I was looking at the number. So in terms of unique buyers, we have 546 unique buyers. Transactions I mean, range from 6,500-ish or 6,300-ish, down to very, very small. But yeah, so it was a relatively small number of people who got in, considering thousands of people were trying to buy, right? And I think that's certainly a problem that we need to address going forward. Like, I think people don't understand this. Like, I have no interest, or I have no personal or company interest in 536 people owning the cards. Like, for me, I'd rather 500,000 people own one, right?
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So that may be doing something like we're thinking about doing with our pre-sale is like, all right, at 11 o'clock Central, we're dropping X amount of packs, and there you go. And then at 1 o'clock, we're saying, all right, here it is. Here's the second batch.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea, right? I think especially with what you're doing with the wax stuff, I think it's cool in multiple facets. One, I mean, just for the obvious utility of the token, but also like the community that's kind of, building and supporting around this also gets a chance to use something that they're actually building up over time. So I think it's great. I think there's tons of things we can do, right? It's not like it's an unsolvable problem. It's simply applying the right amounts, right? Because at the same time, you don't want to completely limit people's buying power. It's just more of how do we maximize over time the most exposure we can get, right? Like, I really would like as many people as humanly possible to get to compete in this and get a chance at a card. And there's tons of different ways we can do that. I think with this one, we left it really open-ended. We didn't really understand fully, what the demand would be clearly, right? And lesson learned, right? I mean, that's the general message there. So I think thinking about it like the way you guys are doing it with timed and currency differentiation is cool. I think there's probably some other stuff we can do even in like a more simplistic way, like just simply limit to, 40 packs or 20 packs, whatever it is, 10 packs a person, right, per purchase. And you got to come back after X amount of time and you can make another one, right? I mean, there's a lot of things you can do. So,
and I think you guys, it's one of those things is, Joel mentioned it, it's a brave new world. And, we're taking the findings from what you guys have done from the first two Topps releases, and we're finding ways to optimize it, because for us, it's like we want the community to be as happy as possible and give them opportunities, just like you guys want them to get the best cards and just have a great experience. And so we're trying to find ways to maximize the fan experience and the customer experience. That way there's not people who are left out with a bad taste. And so that is what it is here it is. Here's what happened. We learned from it, and here's what we're going to do from it going forward. And I mean, that's what Tobin Lent over at Top said is like, look, is like, this is experiments for us. We're testing, we're getting data, and then we're refining the process as we go. And that's what seems to make the most sense. So some people are going to be huffy and puffy and pissed off, but you know what? It's a process we're trying to figure out. It's brand new.
You can't make everyone happy, says Thrift Shop Hustler. Evan, if I made it so you can share your screen if you want to pop some packs, and while you're opening,
I'm going to send them to you guys, let you guys open them. But also, I don't know how we do the roll here, but do you have like a list of everyone viewing? I'm just on the Zoom, so I can't see like.
We'll do the giveaway here. Are you in a hurry? Do you need to go?
I've got like 5 minutes, but
okay.
In any case, I can send you the packs. I've also just got enough going on my desktop.
I'm sure you got a lot of people pinging you. Today's a big crazy day.
Oh man, well just on this stream alone we get people pinging me.
So the addresses are in the the chat. So let's
go and send them to you, Trav, real quick, and then you can open them.
Yeah, that's fine. We'll do the giveaway if you want to send 2 megas to whoever. We'll do that here when you're gone, so you don't have to hurry and we can figure out how to do it. So I just want to get answers to questions from you while you're here.
Yeah.
This one viewer says, will Topps be sending out advertising for digital on their printed physical stock to incentivize secondary markets? Has Tobin said anything about that?
Not in the advertising sense, no. I mean, there's nothing like from like an advertising perspective, like, hey, in the back of this card, like here's something like you should go check it out. Now, I think you can extrapolate on that, and this is again not something that's like an approved plan, but I mean something that's obviously interesting is like doing something around NFTs with those things as well. That's not something that we've deeply discussed, but I think it's an interesting concept nonetheless. So I think, maximizing physical distribution for digital conversion is kind of a backwards way of thinking about things, but it's actually really, really effective for the space.
Yeah. Trev, do you have any other questions for Evan?
Dude, it's just wild watching the secondary market. Now, what I've noticed here is like, let me share my screen here again. And so I'm checking out collectibles, right? Collectibles.io. I've not actually been to GPK Market, so I don't know the numbers of what they've been selling. But it looks like today with the GPK cards, it looks like AB got Tiger King here. And cards highest first. It looks, what is it, just the one? Okay, here we go. All of them.
Are you sharing?
Am I sharing?
No.
Oh, I guess I'm not sharing. I guess I'm sharing now.
Sharing is caring.
Here we go. Can you see this?
Yes.
All right. So Jet and James, this is a collector's item, right? 2 of 8 have been done. This actually sold for 25,000 wax, $1,369 today.
Wow.
On secondary market. But before that, the only ones that were going for was like, here's a Joe Chaotic that I just actually opened up. That went for 9,000 wax. So basically $500. I opened up a $5 pack. Dude, where else can you 100 extra money like that? That's insanity. But if you go and look at the regular market here and just look at all the listings, not the ones that have sold. I mean, I'm noticing some of these are, some of these big ones because I'm going high to low. Look at these prices on some of them. But if you're getting down to the base cards, you can also see that a lot of them, are going for 7 wax, 8 wax. So if you didn't get in, you can still have the opportunity to go pick up a set for pretty cheap. It's not going to cost you much to pick up a set. But what do you think about the secondary market? Do you think the fact that 240,000 cards dropped versus the 110,000 for Series 1, how is that going to impact the secondary market? Because you said there's thousands of people that were not able to get in and do the transactions. Are we seeing what is the data you're seeing on the secondary market so far, I guess, is my question.
So I actually have stopped refreshing my dashboard on that today. So I've been trying to stay away from it and just kind of focus on the problems at hand, honestly. But in terms of my general perspective, I mean, I have multiple things that I'm very curious to see, especially as or original series 2, right? Is people, of course, with the original series 1, it was a constraint, and they thought there's too many cards there, they thought there's too many cards here. I happen to be very curious to see what happens to OS 1 over time. I think those are going to become increasingly rare, increasingly traded. Tiger King's a bit of an anomaly set, right? Just in terms of all of this, right? You've kind of got the standard sets, and then this one's a little bit smaller, but a lot of cards. I don't know. I think there's certainly an interesting limiting, factor of only 536 unique purchasers when there's thousands of people interested. I mean, I'm seeing a lot of movement today. So, I mean, generally speaking, I think that's cool. Also, I do love this site with the bundles and whatnot.
Oh, the bundles are so freaking awesome. I'm actually, you say that those are going to be the most valuable. I have some listings here of of my Series 1 cards. I actually have the whole set, the whole Prism set. All those sets are all available. So if anybody wants to pick up a set, I got them in a bundle. Bundles are badass.
The whole set.
You're all bundled, Travis.
All of them are bundled up. I got my whole 41A through 41A base and Prism for sale.
You're bundled, and this morning you were disgruntled.
I was disgruntled.
Awesome.
Well, yeah, dude, I like the concept. I'll tell you one thing that you guys should play around with. I keep coming back to it in my head is, we were talking about mints, and I think Travis and you and I, all of us have talked about cards, physical cards, right? There's there's imperfections even in things you open in a pack, right? It's not all perfect. And we saw a lot of that with CSGO, and you see a lot of that with wear factors. I think it would be kind of cool to have a PSA rated card, and you just get there's an additional level of rarity built into it where hey, you open up the card, you get somewhere between a 1 and a 10 score, and there's some sort of wear factor visually that happens. So, don't say I didn't get you anything ever, all right?
Yeah. We thought about this. One of the things that we thought about is we were trying to make the card set that we're working on as perfect as possible, but we noticed while going through and looking I forgot to put the freaking Blockchain Heroes logo on, but we went and fixed it. What if there was an error of a card? Because I remember Joel and I were talking about this. There was this.
What am I talking into an echo chamber?
What's that?
we had this conversation. Yeah. You and I had this conversation.
That's what I said. Joel and I were talking about that. And there was the Fleer card back in 1988, 89 Fleer. I remember this because I got a pack and I got one, and it was Billy Ripken, and he was holding his bat like this, and on the bottom of his bat it said "fuckface." And then Fleer realized it, and then they took that off, and then they put a bar over it. Then they had another one where they scratched it out. And there's 5 different Billy Ripken fuckface cards where he's holding his bat. One of his teammates put that on there, and he didn't realize it, and it just created this whole craziness. So, what if you did something like that. How easy would it be just to swap out that card and say, "Look, these are rare, these are not." That happened. Is that something you could just replace one while it's like, oh, because we're not trying to make mistakes, but what if there is one?
Yeah, I mean, there's things you can do. I mean, EOSIO technology, especially if it's like your content you're originating. I mean, there's things you can do to like upgrade them, or in this case, I guess, fix them. I mean, I'd just be careful with what you do on that. Obviously, you know, people don't necessarily want changes. So, I mean, you could. I think also, I wonder what those cards are worth now, like the ones that actually have like the fuck face written on the back. On the back.
That's a card right there. Now that's a card.
Yeah, that is cool. That is real cool.
We're gonna put fuckface on the bottom.
No, we're not. And now
we're
now you just made our video explicit. So that was good. Thanks for that.
All right, guys. Well, hey, I gotta jump, but I'll send those 2 packs for you guys to give away, and then yeah, appreciate it.
Thanks, Evan. We appreciate you, man.
You're awesome. Thank you, Wax. Thank you, William Quigley, and Tobin Lent, and all the Tops folks, and all the Wax folks, and all the great customers out there making this thing fun.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna pop open a pack.
All right, I'll send.
Evan, send the packs to Travis to give away.
And just let me know what you're sending.
I think it's a couple megas. Okay, so I'm gonna open up a standard pack here. Here we go. Wax and Tops. That bitch Carol Baskin. Oh,
all right.
Snap.
What'd you get?
I got a spiteful.
Oh, you too.
Very nice.
Oh no, you're still going through them.
You're still there, Evan? All right.
Yeah, dude, I'm addicted to watching people.
I'm gonna open up one of the megas. I'm hodling one mega. I'm gonna open this one. Here we go.
That was a good 5-card pack.
Yeah, I opened up 3 megas and didn't even get a tiger claw or a tiger border. Then I got one in a 5-pack, which was crazy.
Prism.
Come on.
Nothing special so far. Nothing special because I got it in the 5-card pack.
Come on.
Oh, there it is.
Right,
Tiger. A prism, a roast.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Come on.
And a schmo. So let's see which one I got there.
You got the
Tiger. I just saw this now. I didn't see this before. Netflix. Because Netflix.
Yeah, Netflix.
I get it. That's funny.
Nutty.
All right, Trav, you want to, I think what did you send him?
Oh, sorry, I'm doing that right now. Do you want me to send it to Trav?
That's fine. These are for the giveaways, right? Or are we
Yeah,
open?
I'm going to send them to you for the giveaways real quick.
All right. Now, if you have any more to open, we're happy to open them. Never turn away from a pack to open.
All right, should I open up another
Do it.
25 pack?
Do it. And then you guys in the chat, give us ideas for how we should give the packs away fairly, and don't just say, "Well, send it to me," because that's not fair, obviously.
Is there a form or something that we could send people to, and then they could put in their Wax ID, and then we could do a random generator from that?
That's a interesting idea. Let me see.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and open up this one right now. Can you see my screen?
Yes, do it.
All right, here we go.
CE.
Opening your pack. That Carol Baskins, Betty Baskin, Patty Baskin, Joe Schmo, roasted Rick. Give me something here. Give me a tiger claw or give me a border or something. Nothing.
Oh,
I had a much better 5-card pack.
No joke. All right,
Actually,
guys,
I think it's my 6th pack that I've opened up because I bought some for $1,000 and then a friend sold me some. I've opened up 6 of those packs. Only the last 4 packs, there's been nothing cool in them. So it's kind of crazy. But that one 5-card pack had the Joe Chaotic, so that was awesome.
All right, guys. Always nice talking with you. I got to jump. But you got the packs, Travis. I sent them to you.
You said two. You said the 2 megas.
2 megas, yeah.
Yeah, check and see if you got it. I've set up a Google form really quickly.
Okay, looks like I got them.
All right, so these are the packs we're going to give away here. in just a minute. If you want to unshare that, I will.
I'm gonna open up a 5-card pack here.
All right, open up your 5-card pack. While he does that, I'm gonna
do the same card. I didn't even get a prism in that one. That's weird. No prism. I thought you were supposed to get at least one prism in a pack. 0 prisms.
None prisms.
That's a second 5-card pack that I've opened that had no prisms. No diggity.
No diggity. You got to bag it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna bag all those up.
All right, let me get the link to this form. Test this out here, make sure this works. All right, so those of you watching, we're going to give away 2 mega packs. We're going to use a randomizer to spin the wheel on it. Don't be a douche. 1 entry, okay? So even if you have multiple wax wallets, don't be a douche. There's the link to the Google form. Put your first name or your username that we see on here and your wax address, okay?
Where did you link it to?
It's a Google form. I just made it.
Well, where'd you link it? To Theta or on YouTube?
No, we're on YouTube.
Oh, okay.
If you want to see it, I can share it with you as well. But you can't win a pack, Mr. Travis, right? Okay.
Oh, I win my own pack there.
Then what was it? What was the thing? Wheel of numbers. One of you guys gave me a recommendation for. You need permissions. Okay, hang on. Let me set permissions for this.
Wheel of numbers. Wheelofnames.com.
Okay. All right. Now you guys go ahead and try. Refresh it. Should be okay. Wheel of names.
Mm-hmm.
Only.
Oh yeah. What'll be great is you can literally just paste all of the addresses in.
Oh, cool. Yes. That's nice. All right. This is gonna be sweet. We're gonna have some fun with this.
While you're doing that, while everybody's filling out their thing, how many minutes until they can fill out their thing?
A few. We got 10 responses already. I see that.
Okay. Boy, somebody's going to be happy. I'll be right back.
22. In fact, I'm going to let Emily share my screen so we'll be fully transparent here so you guys can see what's happening. So this is the form as it's being filled out. Again, be cool. 1 entry per person. Don't fill in multiple wax addresses. If you win, it's bad karma. You don't want that. 43 responses, 44. Let's see, there are 66 of you watching. So that's one way we'll know if somebody's cheating, if there's more than 66 responses on here. What'd you do, Travis? You running the bathroom or something? Travis is taking a potty break. 47 entries. This is what we're going to use. I'm going to paste all the names right here, and then we're going to spin the wheel. It's going to be great fun. 49 responses. Let's see. We're going to give you 2 more minutes to enter. If you haven't put your entry in here yet, then do that. Get your entry in. 51 of you. Yeah. Little TK action. 52 responsos. Come back, Mr. Travis Wright. I miss you.
I'm coming back.
I hope everybody here is in our Telegram, t.me/BC Heroes. Our launch for wax buyers is going to happen August 1st. I guarantee we are not going to offer as many cards as Tiger King did. Not nearly. So we're still settling on the final numbers. But
we're going to do 239,000.
They're definitely going to be more rare. And
39,995.
And the backs are baller. And we're doing so far. We revealed the common, uncommon, rare, epic, and legendary cards. Tomorrow night on our community meeting, we'll be revealing the mythic cards, which are going to be a little easier to get than CEs. And we're going to be having some surprise reveals as well.
You know what I'm bummed about by my transaction not going through, Mr. Joel Comm?
What's that?
Was that I'm not in the pool for a CE or for a golden.
Oh, no golden pool for you.
Yeah, maybe you'll get a golden this time, Mr. Joel Comm.
No golden pool, no golden shower. Sorry. All right, how do I export all right. I'm closing this off now. There's 61 of you. Let me copy all of the names, and I should be able to.
61 potential winners.
Okay, so the form is closed. If you didn't get in, you didn't get in. All right, there is the wheel right there, and you can see.
Look at that.
You can see all the names spiraling around here. And once I click it to spin, whoever it ends on, you are going to be the first Mega Pack winner. You guys ready?
What if there's people got the same name?
Well, then I'll look at the wallet addresses.
Because I see a couple of Chris's.
Okay, so they're in order, so I can see which Chris it is. The Chris after, so and so.
Yeah, okay.
That address. All right, here we go.
I see some friendly names in there, people we know.
Here we go. Round and round and round she goes. Where she stops, nobody knows. And the winner is...
Oh, man. Chris.
Oh, it's Daniel. Daniel.
Daniel-san.
Daniel, way to go. Let me find Daniel's name here. And the address that
and Bonds and Chris were
there's a Danny, but there's Daniel right there.
There's Daniel. Is that the right one?
So let's see. How do I connect it to? Hey Daniel, are you here in the room? So I don't actually have to figure out. Let's see. How do I see? It's him. Danny Fun. That's you. What's your?
There's a Daniel and there's a Danny.
Yeah, this is Daniel, not Danny.
Okay.
Is it Dan? Can you guys vouch that it's Danny Fun? Because it doesn't show them.
It says right underneath Apprentice Arist, and then there's Daniel.
Okay, so Danny Fun, what's your wax address? Just go ahead and type it into YouTube. There you go. Travis, do you see that?
I'm not on YouTube.
All right, let me just copy it for you.
Okay.
So I will paste it in our little chat bubble here. Where's our little chat bubble? Hang on. Chat.
I'm waiting.
What the hell is it? Hang on a second. This screen share is messing me up. Let me find the bubble it's hiding. There it is. Nope, that's not it either. It's like it keeps putting it behind a window. Sorry, gang. Hang tight.
Paste it in Facebook if you want.
Okay, I'm going to paste it on Facebook. And if you would share your screen and show the delivery of it, that would be good. There's his address right there.
Well, let me get the address first.
Why don't you get the address first? I came up with the chat.
Oh, there it is. Wow, that is an interesting wax ID.
2LKM.
Are we sure that's correct? Because I've only seen 5 digits.
No, they can be up to 12 characters.
Oh wow. Okay. 2LQQM.
All right, share your screen and show the transfer. And then we'll give away the second one.
You know what? I'm actually going to do it on collectible. A lot easier. Share my screen.
So to be clear about what I was talking about before with percentages, I was saying it wrong, but the intent was right. What I was saying is that particular card has a % chance. So in the case of a border, a striped border, card number, whatever is 3 or 4, has a 10% chance of dropping in that pack. It's just that only that card has the 10% chance of dropping in that pack.
There it is. 2ALQQM.wham.
Okay.
You see my screen?
Yep. Looks
Pile.
good. All right. So what I'm going to do to make this easier, rather than names, I'm just going to copy the 62 wallet addresses here instead.
All right. So I'm having an issue with this on the site. Let me try this again here. Maybe I'll do it from the other side. It says I'm refusing to sign my transactions. I got to reboot my computer because I tried to sign out on this and then it flies me back in. I don't know.
Try it from the original GPK site.
Yeah, I'm going to go there.
And what I'm going to do for the others is I'm putting the wallet addresses in, and whoever's address it is, We don't, you'll be able to give a shout out here on YouTube and say, that's me. And even if it's not, it doesn't matter because we're sending it to that address.
Okay. This one does not pop up, and this does not pop up a person.
So, Danny, what's the idea? What's the typo? Did you do a typo?
2 Qs?
All right, hang on. It's 2ALQQ.
Ah.
All right. Now you should be able to find.
Yeah, but it's not popping them up.
Did you hit enter?
Yeah.
Yeah, we got the right address.
I'm gonna have to reboot. TALQQ.wham.
Wham.
Okay, but he's not even popping up here. It's not popping up here on community. Before, you've always done that. You're like, I'm going to trade you something. Then you click on the name.
No M. There you go. Did
Yeah,
you
but
scroll all the way to the end? See if it shows up.
No, it normally just populates right here, and you just click him and you add him as a friend.
All right, can you do it some other way then?
I'm going to have to reboot my computer because I'll show you what's been going on.
All right, so that's fine. Travis is going to reboot when we're done, and then he's going to send it to you. So let's go ahead.
Yeah, because look, I'll try to come in here and log out,
yeah,
and then I sign back in, and then it signs me right back in. Every time I've tried to actually sell one, I tried to sell one of these packs, put in 2,400, and then watch what it does to my thing over here. It goes, pops it up, and then disappears.
We're not seeing the pop up, so
yeah, it disappears.
Are you on Brave or Chrome?
No.
All right, he'll get them sent to you after. It means not like he's going to keep your pack. So let's go ahead and I'll take over the screen and share the wheel again. This time it's wheel of addresses. Not nearly as interesting as your names going around, but this is for the other mega pack, which Travis.
Let's hope you didn't screw up your username there.
Yeah. Here we go.
Wait a second. Somebody's name is there. It says heck you.
That could be their address. FRCQU. Who is that? FRCQU. Give a shout out in the YouTubes if that is your address. FRCQU. Who did it? Who done it?
Who did it? Who is it?
Travis, if you can make note of that address, that's.
I got it. FRUQU. FU with an RCQ in between.
Who is it? Who's FRCQU? Somebody's going to claim it. You know your address? I want to know who it is. It's Frick You.
It is Frick You. That's probably, it might not even be a real address.
It's JG. That's you, Sir JG. Nice. Good job. All right. Well, Travis will send the mega pack your way then, and that is going to conclude the giveaway. Trav, do you have any more 5-packs you want to open? And that is going to conclude the giveaway. Trav, do you have any more 5-packs you want to open? I think I want to do one more giveaway, guys. I want to do one more giveaway.
You want me to open up a pack or no?
You can go ahead and open a pack. I'm going to get something set up here for a giveaway. I think I want to do one more giveaway, guys. We'll do one more giveaway while you do that.
This is weird. I'm hearing you on two areas there. Okay, I got fixed.
I'm going to go.
All right, let's open a pack.
All right, here he goes. Open a pack.
Ooh. Orthodontist. And there it is.
There it is. I have multiple full sets because there's so many packs. So I'm going to give away a full set of all 30 cards, base cards, to somebody right now. I'm selecting them all so that I can send them to a wallet in collectibles. Saeed, you really built a killer platform here. I mean, it's really good, man.
How are you selecting them all? You got to click each one, though, right?
I click each one.
Click, clickety, clickety, click.
Clickety, clickety, clack. All right, they're all selected. 30 items waiting to be transferred.
Want to show your screen?
I'm going to show my screen. And this is just going to be another little giveaway here. Somebody's going to get a full set of base cards, all 30 of them. I've got them set right here. This is all of them. They're all selected and ready to go. So let's spin the wheel, see who's going to get them. And Travis, I think this is a good time to give away a Blockchain Heroes pack for the day. All right. The winner is InWow. InWow Wham. Who's InWow Wham?
It's like Huawei, but it's InWow.
InWow Wham. Let me copy that to
Wham
here and do a transfer. InWow Wham. Marinelli, congratulations.
And look, these are some pretty low base you got here, dude. These are some low numbers you're sending out. 116, 114.
Yep. All right, here we go. Somebody's a winner, chicken dinner. Congrats. I approve that. I will send it, and it's gone. Success. You are money, honey. So those of you who are following Blockchain Heroes know that during the month of July, we're giving away a pack of cards every day. Now, of course, the packs aren't available yet. They will be August 1st for wax users, August 4th for the rest of y'all. I'm going to pull up a pack image here to show because it's super cool.
I do want to say this. Do not smoke a pack a day. That's too much.
He's right. Okay, here we go. So this is what our 5-packs look like right there. That is a 5-pack cover. And we reveal more about what's in them on our community meetings and in our Telegram, t.me/BC Heroes. But we give away a pack a day, and every day there's a different way to give away a pack. And since we've got the Wheel of Fun already going, I say we just go ahead and give away a pack of Blockchain Heroes cards to you guys. You guys excited? Who wants to win?
It's a regular pack, correct? 5-card pack?
This is a 5-card pack.
Ooh, tomorrow during our during our business meeting, I believe we might be giving away a Titan pack.
Not only believe we might be, we are.
Oh, we are. Oh my gosh. So only people who are there can have a chance to win it though.
Yes. Tomorrow there will be a Titan pack given away. So, okay. Well, here we go. This is for a Blockchain Heroes pack for our giveaway for the day.
While that's spinning, I'm going to say, when I was a boy, I would see scary things in the news. My mother would say, look for the helpers. You always find people who are helping. Boom!
ckq.i.wham. You have won. Let me know who you are. ckq.i.wham. I'm going to put this into our spreadsheet. Packs for winners will not be delivered on day one. We're going to be super busy day one. So on August 2nd, we're going to drop these. Who is ckq.i.wham? I'd like to know who won the pack. Just your name would be great.
I'd like to know who you are, where you live, and what your political stances are. So we want to cancel you.
I am not in charge of the wheel spinning, Chris.
Did he say he almost got it twice?
He says, I don't think the wheel went around a full spin. DDD Antes or DD Dantes. It's you. Great. Okay. So I've got your wax address here. I'm going to mark that we gave away live on YouTube. So I've got you. And we'll airdrop that pack to your address on August 2nd. So there you go.
That was pretty fun though, huh?
Yeah, it's great fun.
I enjoyed that. Hope you guys enjoyed this as well. Make it entertaining. It's always fun when these new packs come out. And then wait until we're opening up packs of Blockchain Heroes. I can't wait to see other people opening up packs of Blockchain Heroes on videos and then seeing how excited they are, because we've spent a lot of time on these things, Mrs. Joel Comm.
Yeah, absolutely. And if you guys aren't yet signed up, go to, for tomorrow night, it is, let's see, nifty.show/report. If you go to that URL, Let me go ahead and pull it up myself here. Nifty.show/report. I'm going to report you. I'm going to report you to the Nifty police. Yeah. So that will take you to this registration, and somebody's at my door. It's probably my son.
Very good. So yeah, so we got a couple more of these things. So tomorrow we're going to be releasing and sharing the Mythic design. On the 22nd, we're going to be launching the Golden Fury one. And then on the 29th of July, I think it's going to be a party. There might be all kinds of giveaways and stuff that we do on that particular day, just because it's the day before, or it's the final Wednesday before our launch.
Yeah.
So we're pretty stoked about all that.
Yeah, tomorrow, big reveals tomorrow, some surprises too. So you'll see the mythics, but there's a couple things that we're going to show you that you don't know we're going to show you. Some more good news, some more of us wanting to over-deliver on this product launch for you guys and fixing some of the things that we're learning from that are broken.
We've heard from some folks that have seen our cards, and they think that our cards blow away the garbage pail one. So if you like collectibles, we have some just really fun effects on ours. I think that are going to blow people away, especially the ones they haven't seen yet.
Yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks a lot for playing. We appreciate you. Make sure you go subscribe to Bad Crypto Podcast and the Nifty Show. We'll catch you later. Stay bad.